Lawrence Kohlberg's Stages of Moral Development. Lawrence Kohlberg was an American psychologist and educator. He was born on October 25, 1927, and died January 19, 1987. He earned his bachelor's and PhD in psychology from the University of Chicago with a dissertation based on moral choices of adolescent boys. His stages of moral development are influenced by Jean Piaget's stages of moral development. Kohlberg argues that moral development is not a result of genetics or learned by teaching of morality, but a process of maturing that comes from thinking about moral issues. Kohlberg suggests that people go through a series of 6 stages that are grouped into 3 levels. Each level is characterized by how the child or adult perceives what is the correct moral behavior. The first level is pre-conventional, where rules are set down by others, which is to say that children will obey authority figures to avoid being punished. The first stage in moral development is obedience and punishment. A child is motivated to avoid being punished with little to no independent moral reasoning. The second stage is instrumental relativist orientation. Individuals make choices based on one's needs, fairness, and reciprocation. An example can be the phrase, "You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours." The second level is conventional, where an individual adopts rules and will sometimes forgo their own needs to those of a group. They focus on following social norms and customs. Stage 3 is good boy, good girl orientation. An individual exhibits good behavior to please others and be approved by others. Stage 4 is law and order orientation. An individual focuses on one's duty, showing respect for authority and maintaining social order. The third level is post-conventional, where a person defines their own values that are different from their society. These individuals adopt their own ethical principles, which typically include basic human rights, liberty, and justice. Stage 5 is social contract orientation. The world is seen as having many different values and rights. Laws are regarded as social contracts, and if they do not support the general public, then they are seen that they should be changed. Which is to say that laws are not set in stone and should not be followed if they do not represent the greatest good for the people. Stage 6 is universal ethical principle orientation. Morals have become based on abstract reasoning using ethical principles. A person takes action because they believe it is right, not because they are avoiding punishment. Although there are 2 stages in this level, criticisms and even Kohlberg found it difficult to place people in the final stage. Kohlberg suggests that stages 5 and 6 are combined. For classroom applications, an appropriate classroom management plan with clear guidelines and consequences that is also consistent throughout the year helps guide students' judgment. By implementing rewards along with following the guidelines, students are more motivated to behave in the classroom, and creating group activities or projects can help students interact with each other to help them understand cooperation and responsibility to learn lesson objectives. Here is my works cited. Thank you for watching.